Good afternoon. I want to introduce my audience members today, Emily and Shayna. Thank you guys for coming to listen to my speech. This is an important topic. We're discussing drinking and driving. This is something serious that happens to Americans on a daily basis. If we were being honest with ourselves, I doubt very few could say that they never drink and drive. It's something that just typically happens, like I said. I'm going to be honest. I'm guilty of it. There's been a time to where I've been out watching a game, maybe even a sports bar, or just hanging out with friends. And I decided to drink and drive. Not a good ending result. When you drink and drive, you're putting a lot on the line. You're risking your future, out-of-pocket expenses if you get, caught. Your freedom, everything is gone within seconds. It can happen so fast that in a blink of an eye, your whole life could change off of a bad decision that you decided to make. Statistics show, according to national stats, that 12,000 die every year behind this cause. It also shows that 900,000 arrests each year have been made on quitalcohol.com. If you want to look up any information to get more information on that specific number and statistics each year. I also have to be honest about a situation. I had a friend who decided to drink and drive one night. She was driving her daughter to a party. And, once again, she never thought it could happen to her. She was swerving as she was driving, but she didn't really notice that because she was drunk. So she got pulled over. The cops got her out the car and they talked to her, and she also had certain prescriptions that were in her bag. Yeah, they were prescribed by her doctor, but at the same time, that's also can be a DWI. Or as they say sometimes, DUI, under the influence. It's nothing good out of that matter. So after she had to do the BAC, blood alcohol content test, they end up taking her to jail. It was just a bad situation altogether. She had a lot of fines and lawyer costs and all types of things that she didn't plan for. Say that you do decide to drink and drive, and say you get into a car accident. You have a number of things that can happen. You have to pay for an attorney. It can range from anywhere from $5,000 up to $25,000 or even more, just depending on how serious your case is. You have towing fees, which can range from $500 even up to $1,000. Then your insurance, you have an insurance increase every year, ranging from $3,000 to $7,000. That's a lot of money that's going down the drain off of a bad decision. So think before you decide to go out there and put your life in risk and others as well, their life in risk. In 2013, Texas lead the nation with 1,337 deaths caused by a drunk driver. Before I heard that statistic, I was a proud Texan. When I heard that, I felt horrible. I was disgusted because there's people out here that put their life on the line and other people's lives on the line. It's not fair. There also shows statistics that Mothers Against Drunk Driving reports there were 15,687 alcohol-related injuries. Also, with 99,195 people were arrested on DWI and DUI charges in Texas alone. And that's also on quitalcohol.com if you want to get more information on that. When you go on quitalcohol.com, they have reports that most states' legal limit is 10%, and many states adopted a lower limit of 0.8 BAC, blood alcohol content. Did you know that one can be charged with DWI even if their BAC is below the legal limit? The use of prescription drugs or over-the-counter medicine can also lead to impairment, which causes your balance to be off, which causes you to not coherent. You can't see straight. You're trying to do too many things while being behind the wheel. It's not good, at all. Law for All says DWIs stem from the use of alcohol or illegal drugs. Like I said previously at the beginning of my speech, this happened to my friend. Her BAC was below the limit, and blood tests came back with only prescription, which prescribed legally by doctor, but it's still an offense. You're still under the influence, regardless if it's drinking, whether it's prescription, it still causes the person to be unaware of the things that they're doing. Have you ever been out and you ever thought, and this could never happen to me, I'm okay to drive. I can have one more drink. One drink turns into 2, 3, 4, and 5. Next thing you know, you could be behind a car and your life could be gone. Drinking and driving is a serious crime. So many lives have been impacted by this horrible cause. It's very expensive out-of-pocket fees, like I told you before, and I'm sure that you can feed your family with that. But instead, you want to make a horrible decision, and you want to go out there and risk your life, and you want to spend money on unnecessary things because of your bad decision making. So, when you're out and you're drinking, make sure you have somebody with you, or don't even drink at all, or know your limits. Make sure that you can also call a Uber. You can call a taxi. You can call someone to come get you, and before you go out there and you decide to do something wrong. So know that this is a very serious cause, and know that your life and other people's lives are at risk. So think before you drink and drive, because it's not safe. And I wish that you guys will take this very serious, because this is something that's ongoing all around our nation. So think before you drink and drive. Your life is affected. Thank you for listening to my speech.